What is a life hack that seems fake, but is a true lifesaver? If your ring gets stuck on your finger, Windex will slide it right off. Worked at a jewelry store for 5+ years. Used shaving cream as anti-fog. I used it on the inside of my motorcycle visor. Smear it on, let it dry, then rinse off and dry. It also works for bathroom mirrors. You can use it on a small spot, so you can still see when you get out of the shower. I saw a comment on one of these kinda threads that recommended gently rocking back and forth while pooping. I've never had any problems in the bathroom, but I happened to be sitting on the toilet when I read the comment, so I decided to give it a test drive. I was pleasantly surprised at how quick and effortless the whole experience was, and I haven't gone back to my old stationary technique since. As a bonus, #1 and #2 now require the same amount of time in the bathroom. If you have funky armpits and need to fix them fast, use hand sanitizer. I figured this out years ago when I remembered that the smell comes from bacteria reactions, which antibacterial hand gel kills stone dead. Instant results, and the medical smell lasts only a minute. Don't do this routinely though, as it's delicate skin. True lifesaver. If you are ever attacked by a dog, push your forearm into the bite. This pries the jaws apart and prevents them from clamping down. If a dog is attacking you, the best thing you can do is offer your forearm, push as far back as possible, and then grab the dog by the scruff of its neck with your other hand to hold it. The dog is now functionally muzzled, and you have control of its head. The sooner and harder you push into the bite, the less damage the bite will do. That rubbing alcohol removes chewing gum. I'd go through a 20-layer deep marketing funnel to get to that tip, because it really does work. Rubbing vegetable oil, or any cooking oil, on your hands after you cut up jalapenos or other hot peppers. It gets rid of the awfulness that would normally be left on your hands from the peppers. I rub my hands with oil and then wash it off with dish soap. I can totally remove my contacts after doing this. It's crazy how well this works. Vinegar in a plastic bag with rubber band tied around any faucet will make the faucet like new. I'm talking decade-old rust and stuff gone, and water flows like the first day. Edit. Also works on showerhead. You can unscrew those and leave them in a bowl full of vinegar. Clean jewelry with dish soap, since other cleaning supplies might scratch it, like hand soap or anything that exfoliates or chemically react with the metals. Usually that's harsh cleaning supplies, and dish soap is intended to clean glass and ceramic without scratching it, and silverware without reacting with the metal, etc. Put your onion in the freezer for 10 minutes before chopping it. It freezes the juices just enough to slow down the process of it turning into a gas, giving you a few minutes to chop the onion without tears. I learned this tip from a kids science show years ago, and I haven't had to deal with onion tears since. So many people don't believe me, and then are genuinely surprised when it works. The cheapest, most effective, and safest insecticide against roaches, especially those huge water bug roaches that we have in the south, is a spray bottle of mostly water with just a little liquid dish soap in it. Shake the bottle and get the water a little foamy, then spray the roaches. They will run, scrabble, and attempt to escape, of course, but they will die. The soap film suffocates them faster than any chemicals will. A friend told me about this, and I thought she was nuts, but I tried it and it works amazingly well. Plus it's very easy to clean up, and safe around food. Not that you want to spray soapy water on your food. If you're in college, don't buy your textbooks until you actually need to use them. I've saved hundreds of dollars by not buying required textbooks that we never used. All your kindling for a fire is wet, and all you have is matches and snacks. Any corn chip will light into a ball of flames. If a man is in an accident, car, ladder fall, etc., and he gets an erection, don't move him. He has a spinal injury. Nail polish remover gets permanent marker off skin. You know, in case someone draws a dick on your face. Run your wrists under cold water or rub an ice cube on your pulse points to cool down all over quickly when you get overheated. It seems obvious, but I didn't realize it until last summer working in a warehouse with NOAC. From the amazing book The Gift of Fear by Gavin D. Becker, a woman alone who needs assistance is actually far better off choosing someone and asking for help, as opposed to waiting for an unsolicited approach. The person you choose is nowhere near as likely to bring you hazard as is the person who chooses you. When putting a paint can lid back on the can, first put down a layer of cling film, saran wrap. This will stop the lid sticking to the can once the paint on the lid has dried. Eating candied ginger helps with nausea. Any ginger really, but candied ginger is much better tasting. Edit. I see this really got people talking. Glad to see other remedies are helping, and the community giving each other tips. Thanks for the award, and be excellent to each other. Second edit. Chronic nausea is a different animal and I hope those suffering with it get medical help. Ginger isn't a cure for all nausea, and lots of things can cause it, such as vertigo, which is an obnoxious thing to have, and ginger won't help. I have that, and it's no fun. I use ginger for migraine nausea myself, which I also get. If you're having trouble staying awake in class / at a meeting, see how long you can keep one of your feet lifted slightly off the ground. Sleep on big decisions. You think most clearly in the morning, and often after some time passes you realize you were about to make a big mistake. During pollen season, rinse your hair before bed. Otherwise you're just depositing pollen on your pillowcase every night, and then rolling your face in it all night. And then multiply that by how many nights you use the same pillowcase. Crayons are flammable, and will provide about an hour of light as a candle if you lit the top. Write a list and cross shit off. When you accomplish the teensiest thing, it builds momentum. Got fridge hard butter and you want to bake? Cheese grate it. It will still be work if you're hand mixing, but it's better than trying to chop it. Microwaves exist, but it sucks when the butter splits. If you've written on a dry erase board, or any glossy surface, with a permanent marker, like a Sharpie, just draw over it with a dry erase marker, and it will wipe right off. Counting really slowly with the goal of reaching 150 is a decent way to fall asleep. If you have any thoughts during it, just let them play out, and if you forget what number you're on, just go from what you last remember. If you make any major movements, just start again. The goal is to force your brain into slowing down and not having any jerky motions or thoughts, and eventually reaching such a level of carelessness that you eventually fall asleep without realizing. Helped me quite a few times, especially with rain sounds. Hope it helps some of you too. If you feel suicidal or depressed, don't focus on hope. It is enough to just stay curious. Curiosity has the power to keep you alive far longer than hope ever will. Curiosity leads to engaging work, and this leads to opportunity. 25% of 18 is the same as 18% of 25. Percentages are reversible and one is easier to figure out than the other one. Lighting spaghetti on fire to light candles, the big ones, instead of using paper. If you're going to climb a ladder or work on your roof, wear a bike helmet. Mosquitoes bites be gone. This hack is the most valuable thing I've learned in my whole life. Heat the back of a spoon with hot water, then apply the back of the spoon to the bite. I usually do it twice for good measure. The spoon needs to be hot enough to keep on the skin without burning yourself. So test the heat before you press it down. Keep it on until the heat dissipates. Bite will stop itching almost immediately. Usually the bite completely disappeared within an hour. This only works with mosquitoes from my experience. This thread is what LPT*ASPIRES to be. If you've got a splinter below your skin surface, wrap a banana peel around it. Wet side against your skin. It will draw the splinter out most of the time. I don't know how, but it frickin' works. Banana voodoo. Banavadoo. Banadoo. Edit. Spelling corrected. Not sure how that slipped by me. Get it? Oh my good lord, these comments lol. And now silver awards. WTF people. Use whitening toothpaste and a little water with a paper towel to clean stained dry erase boards. It easily removes ink and doesn't spread it around like rubbing alcohol. Works on boards that have been stained for years. I hesitantly submit squeegeeing yourself off before getting out of the shower. It's so simple I was dubious, but just use your hands to quickly wipe off excess water and bingo, you're not cold getting out. If you start to cough while eating or drinking, essentially the went down the wrong pipe, immediately lift both your arms up in the air and keep them held up for a few seconds. The act opens your airways and will allow you to catch your breath. Also helps food or drink travel downward. My mill taught us this, and it's now second nature. Edit change choke to cough. The Heimlich maneuver should be used if someone has food stuck. If you have stains somewhere hard to bleach, like the top of a toilet bowl or a shower floor, put down paper towels first. It soaks up the bleach and keeps it in place while it does its job. This works like magic, seriously. Note, wear gloves when you remove the paper towels. The first time I tried this on a shower floor, I ended up with chemical burns on all my fingertips. Use a pop socket to hang jewelry on a flat wall/bed frame. I use it to hang my necklace up every night. Sounds stupid, but it's right next to where I sleep, so if I forget to take it off I don't have to get up, and it hasn't tangled once since I started using it. Saves the hassle of untangling a tiny chain. Plus you can't get cool looking ones to match whatever, and depending on the quality, they could last years. Mine fell off my phone case, so I stuck it to my bed frame over a year ago. I've had to remove it once, still stuck there, still does its job. If you have a dishwasher, I'm sure you're familiar with the vague annoyance of pools of water being left on your dishes. After the cycle is done, grab a clean towel and hang it flat on the inside of the door and close gently. Don't slam it. It's okay to be open a crack still, and wait about 30 minutes. Your dishes will be completely dry. Edit. You should do this as close to the finish of the cycle as possible, when it's still warm inside. Be sure to like and subscribe for more reading Reddit videos. Thanks, bye.